Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my vlog. It's been a while since I've updated anything on here because as you probably know from the last update, Gabe and I were unsuccessful in our third round of IVF. We weren't able to transfer anything because our embryos weren't healthy. So since then we drove up through California and into Idaho, and we've just been spending time here in Idaho with Gabe's family. Right now we're actually in McCall, really a beautiful place. But we've just been basically resting and relaxing and trying to find some peace. I got to spend some really great time with my nieces and nephews, and that made me feel really good. It's also kind of hard because I want those kids to know their cousins, our babies that we don't have yet, and it just makes me sad to think that they're missing out on all that time with their cousins. But okay, so what's next? I guess moving forward, because that's like the only option. Moving forward, Gabe and I are pretty much done on our end of the adoption stuff. We are halfway through the entire process. We're just waiting for our home study to be approved, which should happen any day now. But I just did want to mention what's been going on with us in adoption in the past couple of months. I wasn't really at liberty to talk about it before because it's not just my story, but I feel like I can share it with you now. A couple months ago, when Gabe and I said we were planning on adopting, we asked if anybody might know someone who was either pregnant or was planning on giving up a baby to let us know. And we actually did hear from a girl in Arizona. She said her friend was pregnant and was giving up the baby. And so long story short, Gabe and I ended up driving out to Arizona to meet the birth mother and the birth father. We took them out to lunch at an Applebee's and got to know them. And you know, they've both had a really rough life, and I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, life was hard for them, and so they were giving up their baby. So you know, Gabe and I prayed on it, and we thought that this was the right thing to do, to take this baby. So about a week later, I went back and went to a sonogram with the birth mother, who was by then like 27 weeks pregnant. And it was so cool to see that sonogram. I mean, there was a healthy baby girl. She was just over 2 pounds and was looking healthy and perfect. And I cried right there in the doctor's office. So Gabe and I were really excited. The due date for that baby was November 10th, and we thought, oh my gosh, this is, you know, no matter what happens with IVF, this is going to be our baby. And so I got back to LA, and we just realized the final part before we signed off any paperwork was we wanted her to take a drug test. She had admitted to using drugs in the past, and we just wanted to know where we stood with this baby. I mean, it's kind of a big deal. And basically the birth mother refused and got super defensive, and then she cut off all contact with us. And I was pretty heartbroken. We both were. I mean, I totally thought that was going to be our baby, and she cut us off. I didn't know if she was going to keep the baby or give it up to someone else. But then about a week ago, we got a call from the friend who said that the birth mother was really sorry that she got so defensive about the drug test, and she does want to give us the baby, and would we still take the baby? And so then we had, you know, some more praying to do and more soul searching, because that's a huge question. I mean, we didn't know what we were getting into. And on top of that, we couldn't reach the birth mother. So long story short, I was holding out hope that we would get this baby, that she would be, come here Lola, that she would be a healthy baby girl due in November, and that she would be ours. That was just what I was praying for. And then just today I found out that for whatever reason, the birth mother is giving up the baby to a couple that lives in Northern California. I'm so sad. I'm so heartbroken. I can't believe I mean, I think she did that because she thought Gabe and I were asking too many questions, and she felt like her privacy was being invaded about the drug testing thing. But I mean, that seems totally fair considering that Gabe and I have to take drug tests in order to adopt a baby, you know, let alone FBI criminal record checks. And I mean, anyway, so I'm pretty sad. I feel like every door keeps closing on us, and it's hard. You know, Gabe said that all the wrong doors are closing and we just have to wait for the right one to open. And of course I have faith. I mean, I know we're going to be parents. There's no doubt in my mind. But I'm just ready to be there. I'm so ready to be there. Just ready to meet my babies and just be done with this part of our lives. I'm over it. I feel like suffocated by this grief for loving these kids that don't even exist yet. So I'm trying to get back to my normal self, but I'm kind of realizing that that's probably not going to happen until we actually have kids. So I just gotta keep waiting and praying and hoping and realizing that every day is one day closer to the day when we get to meet our babies. So I appreciate all of your prayers and love and support and guidance and advice, and it is very helpful. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to everybody. It's also very overwhelming. But that's where we are, and I can't wait for the day that I get to bring you a really exciting announcement like, we're adopting, or guess what, I'm pregnant, or guess what, I found this kid in the street. I don't know. Like, I don't know how our story's gonna end, but just wanted to say thanks for your love, and I really do appreciate it. So we're gonna continue resting and relaxing, and I'm gonna just try to put myself back together again if that's possible. Talk to you soon. Bye.